Ladies and gentlemen, may I please have your attention? Please have your tickets in hand before you board the plane. Thank you.
Hello and welcome. I'm Johan Castell and you're watching Wings. On the show today, we cover places to visit to experience the monsoon for those who seek rain. And for those who prefer clear skies, we bring you a story of cafe hopping in Leh before trying a gourmet vegetarian feast in the city. We also feature slow travel by a retro train in Poland. Let's begin. Monsoon in India is a season that transforms landscapes and forces you to slow down and travel differently. Let's take a tour through the best monsoon escapes in India for those who want to experience the monsoon magic at its finest.
The monsoon has now officially rolled in over parts of India. Some people travel to avoid the monsoon, but others love to soak it in. So what are some of our top recommendations for those who really want to experience the monsoon? We've rounded up our favorite destinations to visit during the rainy season. So pack your bags and let's venture through the lush Indian monsoon magic. First up is of course Cherrapunjee, one of the rainiest places worldwide. This is a classic destination for those who love to soak in the rain. This Meghalaya gem is like a monsoon fantasy, with temperatures ranging from a chilly 12 degrees Celsius to 16 degrees Celsius. The mist, cool breeze and epic downpours create the perfect monsoon escape. You can sip hot tea under a sloping roof as rain pours endlessly over the hills and huge waterfalls roar in the distance. The rains here are frequent, fierce and almost theatrical. Next we go to the queen of the Himalayas, Darjeeling. Here lush tea greens, misty toy trains and picture-perfect views make this hill town a monsoon delight. With temperatures ranging from 12 to 19 degrees Celsius, it's the best weather to sip on world-famous Darjeeling tea while clouds pass over the valleys and the city. Next up is Lonavala, a hill station in Maharashtra. Especially convenient for residents of Mumbai and Pune. This hill station's waterfalls cascade down the hills during the monsoon. You can go for exciting, sometimes challenging treks up to forts here or cruise around in your car and enjoy your comfort food. History buffs can also visit the Buddhist rock-cut caves at Karla and Bhaja, some dating back more than 2,000 years. Next up is Goa, a destination with no shortage of sun-kissed beaches. But during the monsoon, however, the otherwise bustling party capital of India has an entirely different vibe. Here you will experience heavy downpours, especially in July. But it rarely rains for 24 hours straight. The rain would typically come in frequent bursts, followed by dry or cloudy breaks. And the temperature is just right, hovering around 25 to 30 degrees Celsius during the monsoon. And this time of the year is also considered low season, offering great accommodation rates. Our final recommendation for this year's monsoon season is Munnar, located in South India's state Kerala. With average temperatures around 20 to 25 degrees Celsius, this rural destination lets you escape the stress, noise and heat of India's big cities. Monsoon here transforms the hill station into a green, lush paradise, and this season offers stunning waterfalls, fewer crowds and heavy discounts on bookings. So if you want to dance in the rain, the Indian monsoon has a perfect plan for you. Just pick your vibe and go chase that monsoon dream.
As much of India reaches for umbrellas, there's one destination where the monsoon tells a very different story. Sheltered by the mighty Himalayas, Leh sits in a natural rain shadow, offering blue skies, fresh mountain air, and perfect weather for exploring. And what better way to discover the town than one cafe at a time?
When the monsoon sweeps across much of India, painting hillsides green and soaking city streets, Leh quietly escapes the downpour. Tucked behind the Himalayas, in a high-altitude rain shadow, this mountain town receives only a fraction of the rainfall seen across the plains. Visitors are met by sunshine and some of the clearest mountain views anywhere in the country. Beyond the monasteries and dramatic landscapes, Leh has quietly built its own cafe culture. Independent coffee houses, bakeries and restaurants have become gathering places for trekkers, bikers and travelers looking to stay a little longer. Many of these cafes are tucked away in and around Leh Market. The beating heart of the town. Roam through its narrow lanes and you'll find local handicrafts, prayer flags fluttering overhead. The scent of freshly brewed coffee and kitchens providing everything from Ladakhi favorites to global cuisine. Our first stop is a rooftop cafe called Boddhi Terrace.
Yummy black coffee on a rooftop terrace with a panoramic view of snow-clad mountain ranges in Ladakh. Well, it seems to me like almost every other building in Leh Market is a cafe right now. It seems like the cafe culture is booming in Leh. So I think what I'm going to do tomorrow is to go cafe hopping and see if we can find any interesting or unique spots around town. Perhaps there are some new and emerging cafe trends that have come into the city. We'll find out tomorrow. For now, enjoying the sunset.
The next day, our cafe trail continues through Leh Market, where Lehvenda Café welcomes visitors with fresh coffee, homemade treats, and a warm Ladakhi welcome.
Hello, Julie! Now this spot has a prime location right in front of the mosque, right downtown in the market in Leh. I'm noticing when I'm opening the menu as well that the entire first page of the menu is all dessert. So I guess what you're supposed to do here is come in and have a coffee and have dessert. I guess that's what they're trying to push over here. But I think we'll start with the pizza and see how it is. Oh yeah. That's good. That's a very good pizza. Let's see the Americano. Oh, that's pretty good. Nice medium roast. I like the cups also, pretty cool cups.
And what about the dessert?
Wow. It's a very dense cheesecake.
With a prime position in the middle of the Leh Market, the views are great of the market life below.
Julie!
Julie, how
Nice
are
to meet you.
I met Jigmat at his showroom in Leh while shopping for locally produced pashmina, and he offered to show me a good place to eat.
So I really like this place.
Yeah, should we go and check out the
Yeah,
menu?
please.
We
step into the calm of Dolkhar, where Ladakhi heritage meets boutique luxury. Tsas by Dolkhar is the restaurant here that celebrates Ladakh through its cuisine, combining locally sourced ingredients with contemporary presentation.
It's like you're in an orchard here with apple trees and...
Yeah, I mean, that's what they have a concept of farm to table.
Here, every meal is designed to tell the story of the region, farms, seasons, and heritage. We order the Ladakhi taco, Tsas salad, local dumpling and chutagi stuffed with local spinach.
The way they have made this momo is like a little different now.
Wow. That is so good.
With dips, yeah. It's
The kitchen here uses ingredients like sun-dried tomatoes, local cheeses, sea buckthorn, mulberry, stinging nettles and capers that create unique local flavors. We enjoy a big vegetarian feast with a table full of food.
That is so good.
And it's unlike any other culinary experiences I have had in Ladakh. And what is a feast without dessert? We try the real winner of this whole experience, a Ladakhi dessert called Paktsa Marku, and it's absolutely delicious.
Oh, that is so good.
Made with the jaggery, labo, a local cheese as well, paksa and butter.
this is showstopper actually.
Yeah, man.
While much of India waits out the monsoon, Leh invites you to slow down under sunny skies, where every cafe offers not just good food, but a different view of Ladakh.
In a world obsessed with speed, Poland is heading in the opposite direction. The country's national rail operator has launched a train that takes longer to reach its destination, with no Wi-Fi, no air conditioning, and no rush. Instead, passengers are invited to slow down, soak up the scenery, and rediscover the romance of retro train travel.
The race to go faster has defined modern travel for years, but in Poland, one train is winning passengers by doing exactly the opposite. Launched by Poland's national railway operator, PKP Intercity, the nieśpieszny, meaning unhurried, turns the clock back and asks travelers to embrace a slower pace of life. The train is painted in a nostalgic olive green livery and inspired by the look and feel of the 1980s. The idea is to encourage travelers to slow down, talk to fellow passengers, or simply look out the window and enjoy the view. The train follows picturesque routes through some of the country's most beautiful landscapes, from the Missouri Lake District to the towering Tatra Mountains, the Carpathian region, and even the Baltic coast. One of the train's biggest draws is found in its dining carriage, operated by Wars, a legendary railway catering brand that has served passengers since 1948. The restaurant car has become a destination in its own right. The menu celebrates traditional Polish cooking.
Oferujemy menu staropolskie. Wszystkie produkty są przygotowywane.
We offer an old-fashioned Polish menu. All products are cooked by our central kitchen and our experienced chefs and prepared here on board. The pork chop is a classic, and sauerkraut stew and sour rye soup. Now we have a new cold beetroot soup, also very good.
Też bardzo dobrze to. Dobra.
And kielbasa, as you can hear.
Jak słychać.
The train has attracted a remarkably diverse crowd. There are retirees enjoying a slower way of traveling, families introducing children to the railway journeys of their own youth, and younger travelers looking for a break from constant digital connectivity.
Ten pociąg jest inny z tego względu, że
The train is different because it harks back to the old days, to the old railways that existed in Poland, how people traveled when I was around my son's age in the 1980s.
w wieku syna, lat 80.
Bardzo mi się podoba właśnie dlatego, że jest taki w starym klimacie.
I really like it because it has such an old school feel. I like that it has a locomotive with a historical paint job. The overall vibe of the ride itself is also very nice. You can see there's a lot of interest, and when I found out, I immediately wanted to ride it.
Widać, że jest duże zainteresowanie. No i jak się dowiedziałem, no to od razu chciałem nim przejechać się.
Uczucie jest taka bardzo przyjemne.
The feeling is so very pleasant because I can see these landscapes in the window. I'm not listening to the phone, I'm not reading the newspaper, I'm just looking around because our Polish landscapes are beautiful.
Tereny polskie piękne są.
The routes of the train change on a weekly basis, giving travelers an opportunity to explore different parts of Poland throughout the year. Also, restoring and reusing older trains reduces waste, making travel sustainable. The emphasis is on slower, more conscious travel that encourages visitors to engage more thoughtfully with the environment around them. Since its launch in April, the demand has exceeded expectations. Tickets have frequently sold out as travelers take the opportunity to experience Poland from a different perspective. For holidaymakers, weekend explorers, and railway enthusiasts, this offers something increasingly rare in modern travel. And it is also the perfect time to remember that sometimes the best journeys are the ones that take a little longer.
On a remote island off Taiwan's southeastern coast, the indigenous Tao community has set out on a voyage to reconnect with their ancestral roots across the Pacific. Let's take a look.
Battling strong winds and towering waves, 20 Tao men set off aboard a traditional hand-carved plank boat, traditionally known as a tatala. Beginning from Taiwan's Orchid Island, the crew charts a path across the Bashi Channel towards the Batanes Islands of the Philippines, building upon generations-old maritime links. The Batanes Islands are home to the Ivatan community, who share ancient ties with the Tao community. This voyage marks the first known crossing of this ancestral route in nearly 300 years.
This voyage of the 20-man Tatala to Batan Island is the first such journey in 300 years. It is closely connected to our community in Iratai and to our ancestors. After a 300-year break in these voyages, many of us, as young people and descendants of those ancestors, have wanted to take part in this meaningful event, to better understand how our ancestors sailed to Batan Island 300 years ago and to follow the same route they once traveled.
For generations, the sea route connected the communities across the region, allowing trade and cultural exchanges to flourish. However, over time, the journeys slowly faded and generations started to forget the trade route. Now, community leaders and paddlers hope to revive that connection between the two Austronesian communities.
So, in terms of the culture surrounding the Tatala and the other cultural aspects connected to it, we hope this exchange will have a very positive impact. I hope this plank boat can help foster more exchanges with other peoples and countries across the Pacific, allowing us to continue and strengthen this cultural journey.
The Tatala itself holds special significance in Tao culture. The boat is handcrafted using traditional techniques passed down through generations. It is the symbol of the ancient culture of the Tao community.
Because I grew up here, I've always wanted to visit the place where my ancestors once lived and see what it's like on Batan Island, Philippines.
For the paddlers, the expedition offers an opportunity to retrace their ancestors' path and better understand their shared history.
So we define these plank boats not just as a tool anymore, and not simply as a boat. It has become something we interact with, almost like part of us, like a family member. For us, the Tao people, the plank boat is extremely important.
Organizers see this journey as the beginning of renewed cultural exchanges between Orchid Island and the Batanes Islands.
After the plank boat is displayed on Batan Island, we also hope that next June they will be able to paddle it back here from Batan. That would be a major boost for maritime culture.
The revival of the Tatala marks a voyage through history, reconnecting two communities who once shared history and culture. By retracing an ancestral sea route after 300 years, the Tao people are ensuring that their maritime heritage continues to inspire future generations.
Dragon boat festivals draw large numbers of athletes, families, and spectators. While the races remain the main attraction, these celebrations have also become a platform for cultural exchange, bringing people together through food, music, heritage, and sport. Here's a look at how dragon boat festivals are celebrated worldwide.
As communities around the world celebrate the Dragon Boat Festival, they take part in a tradition that dates back thousands of years. The festival honors Chu Yuan, a respected Chinese poet and statesman from the Warring States period, whose legacy is remembered through customs passed down through generations. Observed on the 5th day of the 5th month of the lunar calendar, the festival falls on June 19th this year. As Sri Lanka hosts the China-Sri Lanka Friendship Cup Dragon Boat Championship in Colombo, 19 teams, including 4 from China, competed across multiple categories. The event brought together university athletes, military sports teams and corporate paddlers. Festival visitors could explore Chinese cultural exhibits and sample traditional Chinese cuisine, making the event both a cultural celebration and a sporting contest.
We actually won the Open Mixed Challenge and we came second in the Women's Open Challenge, and also we were able to secure the second place in the Friendship Men's Challenge as well. So tonight was an extravagant day for us, and for sure we'll be representing our university in the next years.
The banks of Frankfurt's River Main were a colourful celebration of sport and culture during the 3rd Frankfurt Dragon Boat Festival. Teams from across Europe and China battled it out on the water, while thousands of spectators gathered along the river to cheer them on. But the festival offered far more than racing. Traditional performances, shadow puppetry, folk arts and cultural showcases brought a taste of China to the heart of Germany. This year's edition also featured an Asian cultural carnival, creating opportunities for artistic exchange and community engagement. 18 teams from China, Germany, France, the Netherlands and other countries took to the River Main for the competition.
This year we were even more successful than last year. We made it to the finals, which we were very happy about. All these events are always a benefit, of course. They create a connection, let's say, between Chinese people living in Germany and Germans, connecting us across the water, so to speak, and that's fun.
Shanghai's iconic Suju Creek once again became the stage for one of China's most celebrated dragon boat events. The 22nd Shanghai Suju Creek Dragon Boat Invitational Tournament attracted teams from across China and overseas, turning the city's waterways into a sea of color and energy. As drums echoed across the creek and paddles struck the water in perfect unison, spectators packed the banks to witness the action.
Our team is here for the 4th time. Competing with players from different places also allows for mutual exchange.
In Jingzhou, an ancient city steeped in history, dragon boats race through the moat surrounding the centuries-old city walls. The China Dragon Boat Open attracted nearly 1,000 athletes, coaches and officials from across the country, creating a festive atmosphere ahead of a traditional holiday. Spectators lined both sides of the moat as crews powered through sprint and chase races, cheered on by trumpetes.
This was our first time competing in the Jingzhou Dragon Boat Race, and we ultimately secured 2nd place in the public mixed group category. Amid the racing boats and the rhythmic beating of drums, the atmosphere was steeped in the rich spirit of the Dragon Boat Festival. Beyond achieving a great result, participating in this event significantly strengthened our team cohesion.
Dragon boat racing is gaining a following in South Africa. Cape Town recently hosted the Cultures of China Dragon Boat Festival, uniting local clubs, community groups and paddlers from various backgrounds. Once seen as a Chinese tradition, the festival is becoming a competitive sport and a tool for cultural exchange. Participants say the sport's teamwork and synchronization foster bonds beyond the boat.
For the first time, a cultural event organized by the Chinese community in Cape Town has received official sponsorship and support from the city government. As members of the local Chinese community, we feel honored and excited.
In Xiamen, nearly 1,000 participants gathered for the annual cross-strait competition. 36 teams took part in the event, including 9 from Taiwan, transforming the lakefront into a lively display of athleticism and tradition. A memorable moment from this year's races came from Taiwan's Taipei WION women's dragon boat team. The 26-member crew, made up of women from all walks of life, competed in the event for the first time. Their debut proved successful as they worked seamlessly together and clinched a narrow victory in a tightly fought 50-meter heat. Whether in Asia, Europe or Africa, dragon boat festivals show that some traditions travel well. What began as an ancient Chinese custom now inspires communities worldwide to paddle, celebrate and connect through sport, culture and heritage.
That's all we have for you on the show this week, but we return with more next weekend. Until then, it's me, Johan Castell, signing off. Goodbye.